I'll remember that next time we're in New York City. We'll let you
All right, good evening, everyone. All right, thank you very much for coming to the Franklin W. Olin Players Spring production of 12th Night. Please take a moment to make sure any electronic devices you have will not make noise during the show, with respect to your fellow audience members. That's all I have. Please enjoy the show and have fun. Thank you.
Appetite, sicken, and so die. That strain again, and then a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing, giving odor. Enough. No more. No more. It's not so sweet now as it was before. Oh, spirit of love. Quick and fresh thou art, that, notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea. Not enters there of what validity and pitch soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute. So full of shapes is fancy that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The heart.
Why, so I do. The noblest that I have. Oh, in mine eyes did see Olivia first. Methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a heart. And my desires, like fell in cruel hounds, ever since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So, please, my lord, I might not be admitted.
Oh.
But from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself for 7 years' heat shall not behold her face in ample view. But like a cloistress, she will veil it walk, and water once a day her chamber round with diaphetic brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she should keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath the heart of that fine frame to pay this debt of love, but to a brother? How will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied, and filled her sweet perfections with one self-king. Away, before me, to sweet beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country, friends, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
What should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
My poor brother. So perchance may he be.
True, madam. And to comfort you with chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself, courage and hope both teaching him the practice, to a strong mast which lived upon the sea, where, like Arion on the dolphin's back, he did hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope whereto thy speech serves for authority, the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Well, madam, for I dread were not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. Oh, I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And is so now, or was so very late. For about a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know what great ones do, the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What is she?
A noble maid, the daughter of a count, who died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the care of his son, her brother. who shortly also died, and for whose dear love they say she hath abjured the sight and company of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to this world till I made my vocation mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, for she will admit no kind of suit, no, not the Duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain, and though that nature of beauteous wall doth have close and pollution yet of thee, I believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outward character. Oh, I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me as I am, be my aid. For such disguise as happily shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke, if thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be very worth thy paying for. I can sing and speak with many sorts of music that may allow me very worthless service. What else may have to time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, let my eyes not see.
I thank you. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her rest. I am sure Kira's an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier at night. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exception to your ill hours.
Why let her accept before accepting?
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes be good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And they be not. Let them hang themselves on their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight who you brought in one night to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Ichiki?
Aye, he.
Why, he's as tall a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
He has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all those ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fine that you'll say so. He plays the viol de gamboys, and he speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed, almost natural. For besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreller. And but that he had the gift of a coward to allay the guts he hath in quarrelling, 'tis thought amongst the prudent that he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, they are scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. Who are they?
Those that add, moreover, that he's drunk nightly in your company.
I, with drinking healths to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. He's a coward and a cloister that will not drink to my niece till his brains turn to the toe like a parish top. What, wench? Castilian on Vulgo. For here comes Sir Andrew Agaface.
Sir Toby Belch. How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sir Andrew, sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, knight, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Ah, good Mistress Accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost. I desire better acquaintance.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
And now let part so, Sir Andrew. Wouldst thou might never draw sword again?
And you part so, mistress, I would I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Marry, but you shall, and here's my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. I pray you, take your hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Well, I should think so. I'm not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Aye, I have them at my fingers' ends. Mary, now I let go your hand, I am barren.
Oh, knight, thou last a cup of canary. When hast I seen thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think, unless you see canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. I'm a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it. Babe, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or do not? I would have bestowed that time in the tongues that I had in fencing, dancing, and bear baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts.
Then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair.
Why, would that have mended my hair?
Past question, for thou seest it will not curl by nature.
But it becomes you well enough, does it not?
Excellent. It hangs like flax on a distaff. And I hope to see a hussy take it between her legs and spin it off.
Babe, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, and if she be, it's 4-1 she'll let of me. The Count himself here hard by woos.
She'll none of the count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in years nor estate, nor wit. I've heard her swear to it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. I'm a man of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at these kickshaws this night?
As any man in Illyria, under the degree of my betters. Yet, I'll not compare with an old man.
What is thy excellence in a galliard, sir?
Babe, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut the mutton to it.
I think I have the back trick, simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore have these gifts a curtain before them? Are they like to take dust like Mistress Mall's picture? Why dost thou now go to church in a galliard, and come home in a caranta? My very walk should be a jig. I would not but make water in a syncopace. What dost thou mean? Is it a world to hide virtues in? I did think, by the excellent constitution of thy leg, it was formed under the star of a galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong, and it does indifferent well in a dun-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus? That's sides and heart.
Ah, no, sir, it is legs and thighs. Let me see the caper. Higher. Excellent.
Like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger?
You either fear his humor or my negligence you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me. Thank you.
Here comes the
Who's
count.
lost Cesario? Ho!
On your attendance, my lord! Here!
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrows as he spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous, leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord, what then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. They will attend it much better in thy youth than in a nuncio's of a more grave aspect.
Oh, I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as a maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblative of woman's part. I know thy consolation is right after this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him, all, if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet, apart from strife, or I woo, myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of your
hanged man in this world needs to fear no colors.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good lengthened answer of I fear no colors. I know where that saying was born.
Where, good Mistress Mary?
In the wars, and that made you be so bold as to say in your foolery.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away, and is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging has prevented a bad marriage, and for turning away, let summer bear it out.
You are resolute then,
No, so neither. But I am resolved on 2 points.
that if one breaks, the other will hold, or if both break, your gaskins fall.
Apt in good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. Should Sir Toby pass drinking, thou wert as witty piece of beef's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you rogue. No more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuses wisely. You were best.
Let it be thy will, put me in good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools. And I that am sure I lack thee may yet pass for a wise man. For what say Quinopolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel can amend. For, give a dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid a dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. If he cannot, let a bodger mend him. Anything that's mended is but patch. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If that this simple syllogism will serve, so. If it will not, what remedy? As there is no true couple but calamity, so is beauty a flower. The lady bade take away the fool, therefore I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Miss prison highest degree. Lady, cookiness non facit monitrum. As much to say, I wear not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What thinkst thou of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death take him. Infirmity that decays the mind doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, speedy infirmity, for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn, I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for tuppence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool, with no more brains than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he's gagged. I protest I take these men that crow so at these set kind of fools no better than the fool's zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and of free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now Mercury endue thee with leasing, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. He is a fair young man, and well attended.
Who of my people holds him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Oh, fetch him off, I pray you! He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him! Go, dear Malvolio. If it is a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull drove cram with brains, for here he comes. One of your kin has a most weak pia mater.
By mine honor, half drunk already. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. Play goes pickle herring. How now, sot?
Good, Sir Toby.
Cousin, cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery! I defy lechery! There's one at the gate.
Aye, Mary, what is he?
Oh, let him be the devil when he will. I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, fool, and a madman. One drop beyond heat makes him a fool. The second mads him. And the third drowns him.
Go fetch the crowner and let him sit on my cuz, for he is in the 3rd degree of drink. Is drowned. Go look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have foreknowledge of this too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What's to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak to me.
Has been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what years and personage is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy, as a squash is before 'tis a peas cod, or a codling when 'tis almost an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water, between boy and man. He is very well favored, and he speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Go fetch a veil. Come, throw it o'er your face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house. For I never saw her, and I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I've taken great pains to con it. Good beauties let me sustain no scoring. I am very consequent even to lay sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can answer little more than I have studied, and I'm afraid that part's out of my text. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance that you be the lady of the house, and I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
Alas, my profound heart! Yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not that I play. But are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
For certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. What is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. That is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Well, I took great pains to con it, and 'tis poetical.
The more like it is to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I allowed your approach because I heard you were saucy at my gates, and I see you here rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you are not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me to make one, and so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
Oh, no, I'm to haul here a little longer, good swabber. Smallification for your giant sweet lady.
Tell me your mind.
I am a messenger.
Oh, sure you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful.
I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive branch in my hand. My words are as full of peace as of matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me I have learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would be are as secret as maidenhead. Your divinity, and others brought the nation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Oh, most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
Oh, in Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
by the method in the verse of his heart.
I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say to me?
Madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text, sir. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis ingrained, sir. 'Twill endure wind and rain.
Oh, 'tis beauty truly blends, whose red and white nature's own sweet cunning hand laid on. And you were the cruelest she alive if you would leave his graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty. It will be inventoried, and each particle and utensil labeled to my will. As a item, 2 lips, indifferent red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I know what you are. You are too proud. You are the devil, you are fair. The Lord and Master loves you. Such love could be recompensed, though you were crowned an unparalleled beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, hurtle tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him, though I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, learned, free, valiant, and in dimension and the shape of nature, a gracious person. Yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
I did love you, my master's flame. But such a suffering, such a deadly life, your denial I would find no sense. Not understanding.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate. Call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal canons of contempted love and sing them loudly, even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to reverberate the hills, make the babbling gossip of the air, cry out Olivia. Thou shalt not rest between the elements of air and earth. But you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, but my state as well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you should come again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Oh, wait. Use this for me.
I am no thief post lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love has made his heart a flint that you shall love. Let your fervor like my master's be. Place in content. Farewell, Sarah's cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy lips, thy limb, action, and spirit to give thee fivefold blazon. Not so fast. Soft, soft. Unless the master or the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. Went home, Malvolio?
Fair madam, at your service.
Run you after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this thing behind him. Would I or no? Tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. But, if perchance, youth should come again tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hiding, Malvolio!
Madam, I will.
I know not what I do, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be. And be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours, therefore I must crave of you your leave that I may bear my evils alone. They were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you, whither you are bound.
No. Sooth, sir. A determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You should know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I called Roderigo. My father is that Sebastian of Messalene, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. The heavens had been pleased if we had so ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, is yet of many accounted beautiful. Though I could not with such estimable wonder over far believe that. Yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water. Though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me with your love, let me be your servant.
If you cannot undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you recovered, desire it not. Fare you well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more, mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
All the gentleness of the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very surely see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall some sport, and I will go.
Were not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, at a moderate pace, I assist her but hither.
She returns this thing to you, sir. You may have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one thing more, that you never be so hardy as to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took it of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
What means this lady? Charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much so that we thought her eyes had lost her tongue. She did speak and starts distractedly. Oh, she loves me, sure! The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. I am the man, if be so as 'tis. For disguise I see thou art a wickedness where the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. For such as we are made of, such as we be. How will this badge? My master loves her dearly. Thy poor monster fond as much on him. She mistaken seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am a man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am a woman, Now lasts the day, with triplet sighs shall poor Olivia breathe. Time, thou must untangle this, not I. It's too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be in bed after midnight is to be up betimes, and the rookie of Sir Gary thou knowest.
By my troth, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and then go to bed then is early. So to go to bed after midnight is to be up betimes. Does not our lives consist of the 4 elements?
So they say. But I rather think it consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Mariah, a stoop of wine.
Here's the fool in bed.
How now, my hearts? Did you never see the picture of week 3?
By my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. I had rather than 40 shillings. I had such a light and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. In sooth, thou wast a most excellent fooling last night. When thou spoke of Pigor Grimmatus, the Vapians passing the equinoctial close. It was very good, babe. I sent thee 6 pence for thy Lamont. Hadst it?
I did in Pentecost thy gratulity. For Malvolio's nose is no whipstop. My lady has a white hand, and the Remedians are no bottle ale houses.
Why, this is the best fooling when all's done. Now, a song.
There's 6 pence for you. Let's have a song.
Aye. Here's a testral of me too. If one night give up.
Or a song of good life.
A love song. A love song.
Aye. I care not for good life.
I just met you. It's crazy. It's my number, so call me baby. Sorry. Try that again. Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Go stand and hear your true love's coming. That can sing both high and low, tripping up further, pretty sweeting. Johnny's ending, lovers meeting. Every wise man's son doth know. What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff will not endure.
A sweet and mellifluous voice, as I am a true knight.
A most contagious breath.
A sweet and contagious breath, in faith.
To hear by the nose, it is dulcet in contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will drop 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me? Let's do it. I'm a dog at a catch.
By a lady, sir, and some dogs will catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, knight. I shall be constrained in it to call thee knave, knight.
'Tis not the first time I've constrained one to call me knave. Come, it begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Excellent, good. Come, begin.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called upon her steward Malvolio to turn you out of doors, never trust me.
My lady's a Kaitlyn. We are politicians, and Malvolio's a Peg-a-Ramsey. 3 merry men be we. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley, there dwelt a man in Babylon, lady.
Truly, the knight's an admirable fooling.
Aye, he does well enough if he be disposed, and so do I. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
Oh, the 12th day of December.
For the love of God, peace.
My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty? modesty but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house, that you squeak out your cozzier's catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Have you no respect for place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Snack up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that, though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is more than willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone.
Nay, good Sir
You
Toby.
rise to show your days are almost done.
Even so,
But I shall never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
this is much credit to you.
Shall I bid him go?
What if you do?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
No, you dare not.
Out of tune, sir? You lie! Art thou any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art more virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by St. Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth, too.
Thou art in the right. Go, sir, rub your chain with crumbs. Mariah, more cupcakes.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means to such uncivil rule. She shall know of it, by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
For as good a deed is to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him to field, and then to break promise with him, and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge. Or, I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since my lady has been today with the youth of the counts, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I cannot gull him into a name word and make him a common recreation, I have not wit enough to lie straight in my head. I know I can do it.
Pursue us, tell us something of him.
Mary, sometimes he's a kind of Puritan.
Oh, and I thought that I'd beat him like a dog.
What, being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason, but I have reason enough.
The devil of a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser. An affectioned ass who calls state without book and utters it by great swaths. The best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks, with excellencies, that it is his ground for safe that all who look on him love him. And on that vice of his will my revenge by notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the expression of his eyes, forehead, and complexion, he will find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like my lady your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent. I smell a device.
I'm in my nose, too.
He will think, by the letters that thou wilt drop, that they come from my niece, and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse shall make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I know my physical work on him. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where you will find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Cecelia.
She's a good wench, for me.
Aye, she's a beagle true bred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once, too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hast need send for more money.
If I can't recover your niece, I am in a foul way out.
If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
And I do not never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, knight. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. I'll burn some sack.
Give me some music. Now, tomorrow, friends. Good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old and antique song we had last night, we thought it did relieve my passion much more than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that should say it.
Who was it?
Dusty the Jester, my lord. A fool that Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He's about the house. Seek him out, and play some tune the while.
Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Let us speak masterly. My life upon it. Young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She is not worth thee, then. What years of faith?
About your years, my lord.
Oh. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. Come, so wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For, boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than woman's are.
Think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
Alas, that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow! Come, the song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters and the sun and the free maids that weave their thread with bones do use to chant it. It is silly, sooth, and dallies in the innocence of love, like the old age.
Wait, are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
Come away, Klein. Inside suppressed, let thee be laid. Fly away, I'm sailing my fair romance. So far with you, oh, prepare my part in death, no one so true did share it, not a flower, not a flower sweet, not perfect and very strong, not a friend breed, shall be drawn, 1,000 sighs to save. Me aware, sad true love never finds the grave. Do we there, do we there?
There's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid, one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now may the melancholy god protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, for thy minds are very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, so that their business might be everything, and their intent everywhere. For that's it that makes a good journey of nothing. Fare thee well.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. Oh, the parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her, I hold as giddily as fortune, but 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you...
I cannot be so answered.
But you must. Say that some lady has. Perhaps there is. Hath this great a pang apart for your love as you for Olivia. You cannot love her. Tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much, they lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite, no motion of the liver, but the palate, that suffered, surfeit,
cloyment and revolt, but mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
But I know!
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter. Loved a man as, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
What's her history?
Blank, my lord. Never told her love, but let concealment like a wormed bud feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, with a green and yellow melancholy, sat like Patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Is this not love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but still our shows are more than will. For still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. Yet I know not. Assert, shall I, to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place, by no denay.
David! I'm not wasting your Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the rascally sheep-rider come to some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again. And we will fool him black and blue, will we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not at the shame of our lives.
Ah, look here, the little villain comes. How now, my medal of India?
Get you all three into the box tree. Malvolio is coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun practicing behaviors with his own shadow for the past half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this latter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting. Lie thou there, for here comes the fish that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard her come thus near that should she fancy, should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Your contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him, and he jets under his advanced plumes.
To be Count Malvolio.
Pistol him! Pistol him!
Peace, peace.
There is example for it. The lady of the Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fie on him, Jezebel!
Oh, peace. Now he's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state, in my branched velvet gown, calling my officers about me.
Don't for
Come from a
stoneload him in
daybed
the eye.
where I've left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Peace now.
And then to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, to call upon my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
7 of my men, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up my watch, or play with my some rich jewel.
Shall this fellow live?
Toby
Though our
approaches,
patience be
curtsies there to me.
Yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control, saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech. You must amend your drunkenness. Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
of our plot.
That's
One Sir Andrew. What employment have we here?
Now's the woodcocking of gin.
Oh, peace, in the spirit of humors intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's and her T's, and thus makes she her great P's. It is in contempt to question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's? What is that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases, by your leave, wax soft. And the impressure her Lucrece, which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
Now she's in, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. What follows? The number's altered. No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio.
Mary, hang thee, Brock!
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A question riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first let me see. Let me see.
What dish of poison hath she dressed him?
And with what wing the Staniel checks at it?
M-O-A-I. I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. And the end. Which should that alphabetical position portend? FWOP.
Oh, I'll
If I
make
could
up
make
that.
that resemble
He's
someone
now
to
a
me.
cold scent.
It's not a real cry upon it for all this, though be as rank as a fox.
Malvolio. Why, that Bekins my name.
Did I not think you would work it out? Kerr's excellent at faults.
But then there is no consonancy in the sequel, which suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
I'll cudgel him and make him cry, oh!
And then I comes behind.
And you had an eye behind you. You'd see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
This simulation is not as the former. And yet, to crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands. Let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and, to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champion discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point device the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered. And in this, she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction, drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars, I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. I thank my stars. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore in my presence still smile, dear my sweet. I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I would not give my part in this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid by the Sophie.
I can marry the wench for this device.
So could I.
I'd ask no other dowry with her but such another jest.
Neither could I.
Here comes my noble gull catcher.
Wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Or I neither.
Shall I claim my freedom and traitor and become thy bondslave?
Or I either.
Nay, but say truly, does it work upon him?
Thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
If you will then see the fruit of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will be dressed in yellow stockings, which is the color she abhors, and cross-gartered, which is a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her,
disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see this, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
Save you, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy tavern?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayst say that a king lies with a beggar if the beggar dwells near him? Or the church stand by thy tavern if thy tavern stand by the church?
You have said, to see this age, the sentence is but a sharper blood to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side might be turned outwards.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would therefore my sister had had no name, sir.
Why, man?
Why, her name's a word, and to dally with that word may make my sister wanton.
Thy reason, man?
What, sir? I can yield you none without words, and words are grown so false I am loath to use to prove reason with them.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow and carest for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something. But in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. And if that be to care for nothing, I would it would make you invisible.
Art not the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool till she be married. And fools are as like to husbands as pilchers are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
Saw thee late at Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, but the fool should be as oft with your master as my mistress.
Nay, thou pass upon me? I'll no war with thee. Hold. There's expenses for thee.
Now may Jove and his next commodity of hair send you a beard.
I troth I'll tell you I'm almost sick for one. I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread?
Put together and finely kept.
I would play Aphrodite and bring a Helen to this Paris.
I understand you, sir. 'Tis well begged.
The matter, I hope, is not great, begging for a beggar. Cecelia, Helen was a beggar. My lady is within. I will consider to them whence you came, who you are, and what you would are out of my welcome. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe their mood on whom he jests, and quality of persons and the time, and like a haggard check at every feather that comes before his eye. Why, this is a practice as full of labor as a wise man's art. For folly that he wisely shows his fit. For wise men, folly fallen, like taint their wit.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
Tu regarde, monsieur.
Vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are. Now yours.
Would you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter, if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. By that I mean she's the list of my voyage.
Well then, taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
By legs, you better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean, to go, sir, to enter.
I shall answer you with gate and entrance. Oh, but we are prevented! Most excellent accomplished lady. The heavens rain odors on you.
This use of right word here. Rain odors.
I matter have no voice, but your own. Pregnant, vouchsafed ear.
Pregnant, odors, and vouchsafed. I'll get them all three already.
Let the garden door be shut, and leave me to my hearing. What is your name, sir?
Cesario is your servant's name for a princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never a merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment.
You're a servant to the Count Orsino youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts, but they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I've come here to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
I pray you, I bid you never speak of him again. But, should you undertake another suit, I had rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady,
I give me leave, beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did hear, that thing in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in a shameful cunning which you knew none of yours. What might you think of me? Have you not set mine honor at the stake, and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hides my heart. So, let me hear you speak.
Pity you.
'Tis a degree to love.
Oh, not a rise! For 'tis vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Oh. Why, then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. Oh, world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one is to be prey, how much the better. Fall before the lion and the wolf. The clock abraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth, will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth is come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward go. Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay, I prithee. Tell me what thou thinkst of me.
I think that you think you are not what you are.
If I think so, then I think the same of you.
Then you are right. I am not what I am.
I would you were, as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I were? I wish it might be. For now I am your fool.
What a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. Murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Whilst the night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidenhood, truth, honor, and everything, I love thee so, that maugre all thy pride, nor wit, nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons to this clause, for that I woo, thou therefore hast no cause. Rather, reason thus with reason fetter. Love sought is good, given unsought is better.
By my innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no maiden has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. So adieu, good madam. Nevermore shall I my master's tears to deplore.
Will come again. Thou perhaps mayst move that heart which now bores to like his love.
No, faith, I'll not stand shot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Very. I saw your niece do more favors to Count Surringman than ever she's bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As clear as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love and her towards you.
Will you make an ass of me?
No, sir. I will prove it legitimate upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight only to exasperate you, to awaken your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should have accosted her, and with some excellent jest fire new from the mint.
should have beaten the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you have let time wash off. And now, you are sailed to the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard. Unless you do redeem yourself by some laudable attempt either of valor or policy.
And if be either, it must be valor, for policy I hate. I just leave the brownest as a politician.
Why, then bill me thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me to count youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it. And assure thyself, there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than report of valor.
There's no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, right into the marshland. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. If thou hast him some thrice, it shall not be amiss. And as many lies as will lie in thy sheet of paper, although the sheet were big enough for the bed of ware in England, set him down. Let there be gall enough in thy ink, though thou write with a goose pen. No matter about it.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the cubiculo. Go.
This is a great mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him, lad, some 2,000 strong or so.
And he'll write a rare letter, but you'll not deliver it.
Never trust me then. And by all means, stir on the youth to an answer. Sometimes I think oxen and wain ropes cannot held them together. For Andrew, if he were open, and you find so much blood in his liver as will clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And this opposite, the youth, bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Look, here the youngest wren of mine comes.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yongo Malvolio is termed heathen, a very renegado, for there is no Christian who means to be saved by believing rightly will ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered?
Most villainously, like a head of school in the church. He does obey every point of the letter which I dropped it to betray him. He smiles his face into more lines than is in the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. You have not seen such a thing as 'tis. I can hardly bear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him, and if she do, he'll smile and take it for a great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn me to a longer voyage, but jealousy what might befall your travel. Being unskilled in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks. And thanks, and ever thanks. And oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay, but where my worth is my conscience. Burn. You should find better dealing. So what's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with memorials and things of fame that do renown the city.
Would you pardon me, sir? It is not without danger I walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count, his galleys I did some service. Of such no deed that, were I taken here, it should scarce be answered.
You like you slew great number of his people?
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of time and argument may have lulled them rise to but too bloody quarrel. It may have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which, for traffic's sake, most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which, if I be lapsed here, I shall pay dearly.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not suit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Elephant, it is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, while you beguile your time and feed your knowledge with view of the town. There shall you have me.
Why, your purse.
Your eye may happily light upon some toy which you desire to purchase, and your store, I think, is not for idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the elephants.
I do remember!
I have sent for him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? The youth is bought more often than begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where's Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where's Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He's sure possessed, madam.
What's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship should best have some guard about if he is to come. For sure the man is tainted in his wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he. Sad and merry madness equal thee. What ho, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho ho.
Smilest thou? I have sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad? I could be sad, lady. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering. But what of that? If it please one, it is with me, as the very true sonnet is. Please one and please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though green on my head and yellow in my legs. He did his hands, and commands shall be executed. I think we know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee. God comfort thee!
How dost thou, Malvolio?
Why dost thou smile so? And bring in a condom and kiss thy hand so oft?
And to request? Yes, nightingales answer daws.
Why appear you in this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great.
Huh?
Some achieve greatness.
What
And
sayest
some
thou?
have greatness thrust upon them.
God comfort thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered?
Go to, thou art maid, if thou desirest to be so.
My maid?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness!
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's is returned? I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's great pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Oh, no worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose, that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she, be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity, and consequently sets down the manner how, as a sad face, a reverend carriage, a slow tongue, in the habit of some syrup note, and so forth. I have limed her, but it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together. That no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no unsafe or incredulous circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. But Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he in the name of sanctity? If all the devils of hell be drawing little, and he and himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is. Here he is. How is it with you, sir? How is it with you, ma'am?
Go off, I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did I not tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you to have care of him.
Does she so?
Go to. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone with him. How is it with you, Malvolio? How dost thou? What, man? Defy the devil! Consider he's an enemy to mankind!
Do you know what you say?
Law you, and you speak ill of the devil. See how he takes it to heart. Pray to God he be not bewitched.
Carry his water to the wise women.
Hey, Mary, it shall be done before morning if I live. My lady will not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord.
Prithee, hold thy peace. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone with him.
No way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
Why, how now, my FWOP? How dost thou, Chuck?
Sir!
What, man? 'Tis not for gravity to play a cherry pit with Satan. Hang him, foul collier!
Get him to say his prayers, Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, minx.
No, I warn you, he will not hear of godliness now.
Go hang yourselves all. You are shallow, idle things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible?
If this were to be played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
It's very ingenious how taking the infection of the device.
Nay, pursue him, lest the device take air and taint.
We shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief that he is mad. We may carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance, till our very pastime, tired, out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him, at which time we will take thee to the bar and crown thee for a finder of madmen. But see, but see!
More matter for the morning.
Here's the challenge. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
It's so saucy.
I do, but read.
Give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note. It keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceedingly good sense, Bliss.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou kill'st me like a rogue and a villain.
Still, you keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better, so look to thyself. Thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Ichiki. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give to him.
You may have very good occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout me for him at the corner of the orchard like a bum bailey. So soon as ever thou seest him, draw! And as thou drawest, swear horrible, for it comes to pass off that a terrible oath, with a swaggering accent sharply twanged off, gives manhood more approbation than ever proof itself would have earned him. Away!
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now will not I deliver this letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives not be of good capacity in breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. He will find it comes from a clodpole. However, I will set upon Sir Andrew a notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman, as I'm sure he will most aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. The two will be so frightened, they will kill each other by the look, like cockatrices.
Here he comes with your niece. Quick, give way till he take leave, then presently after him.
I will meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I have said too much into a heart of stone, and laid mine honor too unchary on it. There is something in me that reproves my fault. Such a potent, headstrong fault it is that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's griefs.
Here, have this for me. 'Tis my likeness. Refuse it not. It hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. You laugh at my face. How can I give that to him which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again. Fare you well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save you.
And you, sir.
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, bloody as the hunter, full of despite, attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck, be yare in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. For sure no man hath any quarrel against me. My remembrance is very free and clear from any image of offense done to any man.
I assure you, sir, you will find it otherwise. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard. If your opponent hath in him what strength, skill, fury, and wrath can furnish man withal.
What, I pray you, sir, what kind of man is he?
He is a knight dubbed with unhatched rapier, and on carpet consideration. But he is a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3, and his incentive at the moment is so unbreakable that satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death. Hobnob is his word. Give it, or take it.
I will return again into the house and desire some contact of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some manner of men who quarrel purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk.
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, back you shall not to the house, unless you undertake that with me, with which as much safety you might answer him. For meddle you must, that's for certain, or forswear to wear iron about you.
Oh, this is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you to do me the courteous office as to honor board this night, and let me know what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I shall. Signor Fabian, stay you by this gentleman till my return.
I pray you, sir, what do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitration, but nothing of the circumstances.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonderful promise to read him by his form, as you are like to find from the proof of his valor. He is the most skillful, bloody, fatal opposite you could have possibly found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
Oh, I shall be much bound to you for it, for I am one that should rather walk with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he's a very devil. I've never seen such a virago. I had a pass with him, rapier, exacto knife and all, and he gives me the mortal stuck in with such emotion that it is inevitable. He pays you as surely as your feet hit the ground. They say he has been fencer to the Sophie.
Pox on it, I'll not meddle with it.
Aye, but Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it! And I thought he'd been so valiant, cunning in fence, I'd have seen him damn dared I'd have challenged him. Let him let the matter slip. I'll give him my horse, great capital.
Stand here. Make a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Mary, I'll ride you as well as I ride your horse. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I have persuaded him. The youth's a devil.
And he was conceited of him, and pale as of a bear at his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for oath's sake. Mary, he hath better bethought him of his quarrel, but that is scarce we are talking of now. Therefore, draw you for the supportance of his vow. He has promised he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you seem curious.
There's no remedy, Sir Andrew. The gentleman will fight with you. He cannot by the duello avoid it. He has promised, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on, to it.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I assure you, 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword. If this young gentleman have done offense,
I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
What are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares you to more than you heard him drags you to build.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, then I am for you.
Oh, good sir, tell me, hold! You're coming, officer.
I'll be with you and not.
I pray, sir, put up your sword, please.
I shall, and for that I promise you'll be as good as my word. You'll very easily, and as well.
This is the man. Do thy office.
Antonio, I arrest thee in pursuit of Count Orsino. You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well, though now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now? Necessity makes me to ask you for my purse. It grieves me much more what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed. Be of comfort. Come, sir, away! I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have shown me here, and in part being profited by your present troubles, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. Your havings are not much. I'll make division of my present with you.
Oh, will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with the kindnesses that I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any other character. I hate ingratitude more in a man than lying, vainness, babbling drunkenness, or any other tainted vice whose strong corruption and habits are frail.
Oh,
alike.
heavens themselves! Come, sir, I pray you go! Let me speak a little. This youth you see before you, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away!
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks o'erflourished by the devil.
The man grows mad. Take him away. Come, come, sir.
Lead me on.
One thinks his words from such passion flies, that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true imagination, prove true, that I, dear brother, be now ta'en for you.
Come hither, knight. Come hither, Fabian. We'll whisper a couplet or two of most sage saws.
He names Sebastian. My brother I know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so, in favor was my brother when he went, still in this fashion, color, ornament. For him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempest are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest and paltry boy. More a coward than a hare. For his dishonesty appears in leaving his friend here in necessity. And for his cowardship, ask Fabian.
Coward. A most devout coward. Religious in it.
Slid. I'll after him again, and beat him.
Do. Cuff him soundly. But never draw thy sword.
And I do not never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, let's see the event.
I dare lay any money, 'twill be nothing yet.
All right, and we have a 15-minute intermission.
Will you make me believe I am not sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. I may be clear of thee.
Well held up, in faith. No, I do not know you. No, I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her. Nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose, neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, foolish Greek, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly. He has heard that word of some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I'm afraid this great lubber of the world will yet prove a cockney. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, depart from me. There's money for thee.
If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
My troth thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money get themselves a good report. After 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Why, there's for thee, there, and there! Are all the people mad?
Come, sir, hold! Or I'll throw your dagger on the floor!
That's what my lady's great. Could mean some of your coats for tuppence.
Come, sir, hold!
Nay, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him, if there be any law in Illyria. Though I struck him first, it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier, put up your arm, and you will flesh. Come on!
I will be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? Thou darest tempt me further. Draw thy sword.
What? Nay, I must drown out to two of this malbred blood from you.
Hold, Toby! On thy life I charge thee, hold!
Huh?
Ungracious wretch! Will it be ever thus? You are fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves, where manners ne'er were preached. Out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rude me? Be gone! Oh, I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby may smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny. Shrew his soul for me. He hath started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad. Or else, this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense and leave me steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, I prithee, come. Would thou'dst be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be. Nay, I prithee, put on this gown and this beard. Make him believe thou art Sir Toby's the curate. I'll call Sir Toby the last.
Well, I'll put it on, and I will dissemble myself in it. And why would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown? I'm not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student. But to be said a good, an honest man, and a good housekeeper is as much to say a careful man and a great scholar. The competitors enter.
Jove, bless thee, master person.
Bonus Deus, Sir Toby. For, as the old hermit of Prague, that never saw pen and ink, very wittily said to the niece of King Gorbodu, that is. Thus I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that but that? Or is but is?
Tim, Sir Topus.
What ho, I say, peace in this prison!
The knave counterfeits well. A good knave.
Who calls there?
Sir Topus the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the madman.
Sir Topus, good Sir Topus, go to my lady.
Out, hyperbolical fiend! How vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Good Sir Topus, never was man thus wronged. Do not think I am mad, Sir Topus. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Out, dishonest Satan! I call thee by the most modest of terms, for I am one of those gentle ones that would use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topus.
Why, it hath bay windows as transparent as barricadoes, and the clerestories towards the south-north are lustrous as ebony. Yet complainest thou of darkness?
I am not mad, Sir Topus. I say to you, this house is dark.
Madman thou errest. I say there's no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more confused than the Egyptians in their fog.
I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. I am as well in my wits, Sir Topus, as thou art. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our grandam might happily inhabit a bird.
What think you of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, and in no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well. remainest thou still in darkness? Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras, ere I will allow of thy wits, and fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam. Fare thee well.
Sir Topus! Sir Topus!
My most exquisite Sir Topus.
Nay, I am for all waters.
Thou mightst have done it without the gown and the beard. He sees thee not.
To him in thine own voice, and tell me how thou find'st him. If he were, I would he were conveniently delivered. For I am now so far in offence with my niece, that I cannot with any safety pursue this sport the upshot. Come, by and by to my chamber.
Hey Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady
Fool!
does. She is unkind party.
Fool!
Alas, why is she so?
Fool, I say!
Who calls, huh?
Good fool, as ever thou wilt do well at my hand, help me to a candle, and pen, ink, and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
How, alas, sir, how fell thee besides thy 5 wits?
I am not mad, fool. I am as well in my wits as thou art.
As well? Then you are mad indeed if you know better in your wits than a fool.
They have here propertied me, keep me in darkness, sent ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise me what you say. The minister is here. Malvolio, Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavor thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain fiddle
Sir Topus!
Maintain no words with him, good fellow. Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God buy thee, Sir Topus. Marry, amen. I will, sir. I will.
Fool! Fool! Fool, I say!
Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I'm shent for speaking with you.
Fool, please. Some ink, paper, and light. I tell thee, I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, sir.
By this hand I am. Good fool, some ink and paper, and set down what I will convey to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you light and paper and ink.
Fool, I'll requite it in the highest degree. I prithee be gone.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir, I'll see you again. In a trice like to the old vice your need to sustain. With his dagger of laugh, and his rage and his wrath cries aha to the devil. Like a mad lad, Perez died into good man devil.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it, see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I cannot find him at the Elephant, yet there he was, and there I found this credit that he did range to town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distress mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other truth but that I am mad. Or else the lady's mad. Yet if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs and their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me and with this holy man into the chantry by. There, for him and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it. Whiles you are willing, it shall come to note. At what time we will our celebration keep, according to my birth.
What do you say? I'll follow this good man and go with you. And having sworn truth ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father. The heavens so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, thou lust me. Let me see his letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
This is to give a dog in recompense desire my dog again.
Belonging to the Lady Olivia, friends.
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary. The better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can this be?
Why, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly I am an ass, so that by my foes I profit in this knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. So that conclusions to be as kisses, if your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, why then the worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, no, though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that it would be double dealing, sir. I would you could make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Put your grace, sir, in your pocket for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
I'll be so much a sinner as to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo secundo tertio is a good play, and the old saying is the third pays for all. The triplet, sir, is a good tripping measure, or the bells of St. Benedict may put you in mind. 1, 2.
You can fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you let your lady know I'm here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Nay, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again. I'll go, sir, but I would not have you to think that my desire of having is the sin of covetousness. But as you say, let your bounty take a nap. I'll wake it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. Yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bobbling vessel was he captain of, for shallow draught and bulk unprizable, with which such scatheful grapple did he make with the most noble bottom of our fleet, that very envy and the tongue of loss cried fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and her fraught from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private battle did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, and true on my side. But in conclusion put strange speech upon me, who know not what 'twas but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou salt-water thief, what foolish boldness hath brought thee to their mercies, whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief nor pirate, though I confess, on basin ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A rack past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did thereto add my love, without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the dangers of this adverse town, driven to defend him when he was beset, where, being apprehended, his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew 20 years removed thing, while one would wink. Denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company for 3 months.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. As for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me. But more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Livia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me. Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
Good my lord. What do you say, Cesario?
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it is aught to the old tune, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as
2-hour-long UCD lectures.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, Lord.
To what? Perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul the faithfullest offerings hath breathed out that ere devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what may please my lord that shall become him.
Why should I not, had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptian thief at point of death, kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me, my thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
When I most your kind to act and willingly, to give you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Whither goes Cesario?
After him I love. More than I love these eyes, more than I love my life. Oh, more, but oh, more than ever, I shall love wife. If I do feign, you witnesses above punish my life for tainting of my love.
I, me detested! How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come, away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario. Husband. Say.
Husband.
Why? Husband. Can he not deny?
Her husband, Sirrah.
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Oh, be not afraid, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be what thou knowst thou art, and then thou art as great as that which thou fearst. Oh, welcome, Holy Father. Father, I charge thee in thy reverence, here to unfold what lately thou dost know hath passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by the mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, and confirmed by the interchangement of your rings. All the ceremony of this compact sealed in my function by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me toward my grave I have traveled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling cub! What wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Or will not else thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
Oh, my lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon! Send one presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter, Sir Andrew?
Has broke my head across, has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too.
Oh, who has done this to you?
Count's gentleman, one Cesario.
My gentleman Cesario.
Longlings! There he is!
Why did you speak to me? I never hurt you. You, sirs, drew banana upon me without cause. I consider you fair to hurt you not.
Bloody coxcomb be hurt, you've hurt me. I think you said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby halting. He not to be drinking, but it's 2 other gates than you did.
Has hurt me? That's the unknown. So, did see the surgeon saw it?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby. An hour gone. His eyes were set 8 in the morning.
And he's a rogue and a passy measures payman. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him. Who hath made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby. We'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An asshead, and a knave, a thin-faced knave, and a gull.
Get him to bed, and let his hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, madam, I've hurt your kinsman. Had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less for defend safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, for the vows we made together but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons? A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio! How have the hours racked and tortured me since I have lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
Hearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple left and two is now more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful! I never had a brother, nor can that be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Mescaline. Sebastian was my father. Such as Sebastian was my brother too. So went he in suit to his watery tomb. With spirits consumed with form and suit, you have come to fright us.
Spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, should my tears let fall upon your cheek and say thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
Who died that day that Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that day is lively in my soul. He finished it indeed his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
Nothing less to make us happy both. But this, my masculine, you start to tire. I do not embrace you, till each occasion of time, place, and fortune do cohere. Until that I am Viola. Which to confirm, I'll take you to a captain who lives in this town, where lie my maiden wings. By whose gentle hand I was preserved to serve this noble count. All occasions of my portion since have been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady, you have been mistook. But nature to her bias drew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you there by my life deceived. You are betrothed both to a maid and man.
Be not amazed, right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings I will overswear, and all those swearings keep as true in soul as that doth orbit continents, as the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand. Let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore has my maid's garments. He is now, by some action, now enturns at Count Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. And yet, alas, now I do remember me. They say, poor man, he's much distract. A most extracting frenzy of mine own, for my remembrance clearly banished his. How does he, Sirrah?
Surely, madam, he holds Beelzebub at stave's end as well as a man in his case may do. Has he writ a letter to you? I should have given it you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they're delivered. Open and read it. Look then to be well edified, for the fools deliver the madman.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me! How now? Art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness. And my lady will have it as it ought to be. You must allow Fox.
Prithee, read thy right wits.
So I do, madam. But to read his right wits are to read thus. Therefore prepend, my princess, and give ear.
Read it you, Sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness, and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses, as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I'd put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury, the madly used Malvolio.
This savors not much of distraction.
See him delivered, Fabian. Fetch him hither.
And now, my lord, these things further thought on, so please you to think me as well a sister as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on it, so please you here at my house and at my proper cost.
I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here's my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
A sister. You or she.
Is this the madman?
Aye, sir. The same. I'm now Malvolio.
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No!
Lady, you have. Pray peruse that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Write from it if you can, in hand or phrase, or say 'tis not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of this. Granted, then. And in the modesty of honor, tell me why you have given me such clear lights of favor. Bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. And, acting this in an obedient hope, why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull the air invention played on? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I confess much like the character. But out of question 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me it was she first told me thou wast mad. Then camest thou smiling, and in such forms which here were presupposed upon thee in the letter. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon me. But when we know the grounds and author of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, as I have wondered at. In hopes it shall not. Most freely, I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here, under some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Mariah writ the letter, as Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. But what with a sportful malice it was followed, if that the injuries be justly weighed, that have on both sides passed.
Oh, poor fool, how they have baffled thee. Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was one, sir, in this interlude. One Sir Tobus, sir, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. But do you remember why laugh you, madam, at this barren rascal? And you smile not, he's gagged. And thus the whirligigs of time bring in his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him, and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. When all is known, and a golden time convents, solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we shall not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man. But when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When I was a little boy with hay, oh, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was thought our choice, but it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate with hay, oh, the wind and the rain, against knaves and thieves men shut their gates, but the raineth every day. But when I came alas to wife with hay, oh, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thread, for the raineth every day. A great while ago the world begun with hay, oh, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, a play.